breaking. When I pull up, leave the ground shaking. Guess they ain't think I was gonna blow, they be like, how I make it. Talking like they finna stop something, it's go time, let's line it up. I've been ready to mob something the whole time, my stomach growling. I ain't gon' pick up for no 100,000. I need a Billy tryna go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stove on, my name hot like fajita plate. I don't need a break. Told my partner crank that to the meter break.
Like Mr. P, who want it? No limit, who run it? Dreadhead, cool runners. GMF, good money. New whip, 200. Soldiers with me, 300. If it ain't about the money, please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems gonna be problematic. Don't want no smoke or no static. I don't do no dramatics. Them boys faker than plastic. I tell them jump in the bag, cause I've been in my bag. Speeding off in the Jag, yeah.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. They don't want no problems.
All I know is win. I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she back.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Tigers of San Diego and the Toronto Huskies. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Okay, break.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Second down and a yard. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Ready, break. Ready, right.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, you look at this defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
18 Rattler, 19.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Back to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Okay, ready?
They'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Tigers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Tigers 7, Huskies 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Gravity Lions. Let go.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Room to maneuver at the 45. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly where they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Come on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and 3rd and 1 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown! A big play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 Lions.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Get it.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown. And the Tigers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's good for 28 yards. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
14. First down, Tigers.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Viking 18.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And another negative play there as they stop him again. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Tigers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A gain of 6 yards.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Down.
Go.
Looking to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nolan Smith.
He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Mustang 19. Ready?
Now back to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
2nd and 11. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On the move past the 40.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Roberts. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Huskies are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10.
Huskies 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Can I talk my...